Welcome to this tutorial on how to paint Surakari miniatures for Legends of Kaladagia. I'm Jason, the creator of the game, and today we're demonstrating the color scheme for the Main Line Surakari Warships. In front of me is a plasma missile boat that I've already covered with a black spray primer. For painting tabletop miniatures, I prefer to use paints designed for miniatures, but other cheaper options, especially for primers, do exist. It is time to start painting the figures using a paintbrush. For miniature painting, it is not possible to use a brush that is too small. So using a silver color, I paint all the top and side armor panels, being careful not to get any paint on any of the areas of the figure that are supposed to remain black. If this happens though, just take a small amount of black paint and cover up your mistake. Surakari warships have a few raised sections in the bottom of their hulls. With a dark green color, cover these raised sections green. Using an ink instead of a paint, I carefully paint in the crevices between the armor panels on the top of the warship. When doing this, be sure to use the smallest possible brush that you have. If a little bit of ink gets spilled outside the crevices, it's alright, you can just cover that up with some more silver. Next, I am outlining the armor panels with the same dark green color that I use in the underside of the warship. Painting thin, straight lines is very difficult for me, and I have tried several techniques to solve it. The one I'm using in this video is using an old CCG card as a straight edge, and it produced, well, fairly decent results. At this point, I apply a green wash to all the silver painted areas of the warship. A wash is either a specialized type of paint that's very thin, or a very thin down normal paint, and it's used to tint the color of an earlier layer. So washes take a while to dry, so after this step, wait at least 30 minutes before continuing. Painting the details of the ships, like the gun barrels, missile ports, cooling vents, and engines, is a multi-step process. First, I paint all the details using the same dark green color I've been using up to this point. Then I mix that green color with a little bit of white or yellow to produce a lighter tint of green. I apply a single stripe of the lighter green to all the gun barrels, as well as the other detailed parts. Guns are capped off with some red on the tip of the barrels, and while the engine glow often gets another layer of even brighter green. The final step to painting the Surakari warships is to paint the eyes. Start with a red base and sweep your brush back to create the red streak, and then paint a smaller sweep back for the orange eyeballs. With that, your Surakari warship is complete and ready to be mounted on its flight stand. Once again, I'm Jason. Thanks for watching this tutorial.